Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're covering some major escalations in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. The situation has intensified significantly, with both sides launching major attacks that have caused serious damage and, tragically, loss of life. First, let's look at Ukraine's recent actions. Ukrainian forces have launched a significant drone attack on a key Russian oil hub in the Rostov region. This isn't just a minor incident. Reports indicate that the attack targeted a facility crucial for Russia's oil exports. The head of the Azov district confirmed a fire broke out after the drone strike, with oil tanks igniting. Emergency services were immediately dispatched, and thankfully, initial reports suggest no casualties at the oil facility. However, the strategic implications of this attack are huge. By hitting this oil hub, Ukraine is directly targeting a major source of revenue for Russia's economy and war effort. It demonstrates a growing capability to strike deep within Russian territory, aiming to disrupt logistics and apply economic pressure. This follows a pattern of similar attacks on Russian energy infrastructure, signaling a clear strategy from Kyiv. Now, shifting our focus to the situation in Ukraine, the capital city of Kyiv and the surrounding region have been subjected to another wave of intense Russian missile and drone strikes. Unfortunately, these attacks have had deadly consequences. The State Emergency Service of Ukraine reported that falling debris from intercepted missiles and drones caused fires and damage to several residential and commercial buildings. In the Kyiv region, at least 2 people were injured, and more than 100 homes and other structures were damaged. The situation in the city of Kyiv itself was also severe. Debris fell in multiple districts, leading to fires in apartment buildings and non-residential structures. Emergency crews worked tirelessly to extinguish the flames and rescue anyone trapped. Air raid alerts sounded across the country, including in western regions far from the front lines, highlighting the widespread threat. Ukraine's Air Force reported that it successfully shot down a significant number of the incoming threats, including all the Shahed drones and most of the cruise missiles launched by Russia. This showcases the effectiveness of Ukraine's air defense systems, many of which have been supplied by Western allies. However, the fact that some missiles get through and that even intercepted debris can cause such devastation underscores the immense challenge Ukraine faces in protecting its civilian population. These Russian strikes appear to be a response to Ukraine's recent military successes, including the attack on the Rostov oil hub. It's a grim cycle of retaliation that continues to escalate the conflict. Russia's strategy seems to involve overwhelming Ukrainian air defenses and terrorizing the civilian population, hoping to break their morale. For the people on the ground in cities like Kyiv, this means constant fear and disruption. Imagine waking up to the sound of explosions, not knowing if your home or loved ones will be next. It's a reality that Ukrainians have been living with for far too long. So, what does this all mean for the bigger picture? Ukraine is clearly stepping up its game with long-range strikes on valuable Russian assets. This is a bold and risky strategy aimed at crippling Russia's ability to sustain the war. On the other hand, Russia continues its relentless aerial bombardment of Ukrainian cities, causing civilian suffering and widespread destruction. This dual escalation shows that neither side is backing down. In fact, they are both doubling down on their respective strategies. The international community is watching closely. These events will likely lead to more calls for military aid to Ukraine, particularly for advanced air defense systems to better protect its cities. At the same time, the attacks on Russian oil facilities could have ripple effects on global energy markets, which is something everyone will be monitoring. It's a complex and rapidly evolving situation with no easy end in sight. The human cost, as always, is immense, with civilians on both sides caught in the crossfire of a brutal and escalating war. That's the latest for now. This is a developing story, and we will continue to bring you updates as more information becomes available. Thanks for watching. If you found this report informative, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more in-depth analysis of global events. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.